Hello and welcome to this little desk update. Yeah, I know it's been a very long time since I posted a video. I've been incredibly busy lately, so this is just a little quick, this is what I've been working on recently sort of thing. So I've been catching up with a rather large dwarf commission I've been working on, which they're over there, the last few bits, but also this nice, lovely Mars Attacks stuff came in. This is just some of the scenery I knocked together, and some of the miniatures etc are all kicking around, so you'll see an unboxing shortly. But this is what I'm working on at the moment, is basically movement tray inserts. These are going to fit into some laser cut MDF movement trays, but these are plugs that you can just drop directly into the movement tray and place your miniatures on it. So you've got a nice scenic sort of base to go with them. So I've been starting to work on sculpting them up, but you can see that's the sizes on the bottom for what they are. But I'm using a combination of rock moulds, which this is a Woodland Scenics rock mould, really good for doing impression stamps and stuff to get the overall texture on, and then going in with my innovative sculpting tools, which is just lumps of slate from next door's drive, etc, and other things like that. There's also some, this is basically my little bits packet that I use for basing and sculpting stuff. So we've got base overlays I've made previously, there's skull piles here, so basically this is just my junk box and various slates with the various different textures on the outside. So basically you can use this to sculpt a more natural looking edge to your bases. So sort of, this is one that I'm currently working on a little bit at the moment. I don't know if you can see the detail on them. These are going to be like a moorland, like hills and stuff, like a rocky crag. Sorry, excuse my bad use of language. And to sculpt it, just give me a second to open the bag. Put this camera down here for a second. Stay. God, my desk is very cramped at that because of all this stuff I'm working on. But I've used this stuff before, but I've never used the white stuff. This is Das Modern Clay. It's an air dry clay, essentially. It starts off like this grey colour that you see here, but then it dries perfectly white, like that large piece there, which is going to be the base of a Battletech trophy that I've finished. They do this in terracotta as well, which is more clay-like, but this one is very similar to paper mache when you use it. It's air dry paper mache. It's got crushed up paper in it, so if you look at the textures of the paper, the actual fibres of this stuff, you can see what I mean. So when I stretch it out, look, it's kind of like pulp, newspaper pulp sort of thing. It's great for doing bulk designs. And then what will happen is once this is dried, it sets rock hard, and then I can go in with conventional putties, like I use Milliput Superfine for certain things. This is an epoxy based clay. It comes in two parts, but that is slightly different to the orange and the grey one because it's both parts are white, and that's what I use to do the textures on the buildings there, to fill in the connection points where the connectors will go. But when it sets, it takes on characteristics of stone, so you can make brick patterns very easily with it, and you all know what green stuff looks like when it sets. So that's kind of what I'm working on at the moment, as well as a lot of Mars Attacks and a painting tutorial I'll be filming shortly for Dead Zone 2 Australian starter faction. There's also a dwarf starter faction as well, Forge Fathers, whatever you want to call them, and that will be coming shortly as well. So sorry I've been a while away from camera, but this is a gorgeous miniature. I love this guy. It's from the Mars Attacks game. It's a guy riding a giant flea. So you'll get a close-up look of those things later. So thank you very much for watching, and until next time, happy modelling.